I am originally from Cedarburg, Wisconsin. It's a small town outside of Milwaukee. And I started in film as an actress in 2010. And by 2012, I was ready to switch over to directing. I took one directing class at the community college in Los Angeles, fell in love with it, said, how do I become a director? And they're like, you got to write something to be able to direct because no one's going to give you a job directing unless you have something to show. The catch 22 of this business. And I got to writing and directed, and I actually never finished film school. But after I found out that that was the path I wanted, I pretty much just went for it. In my films that I do, it's definitely my family because they support me in everything. Business wise, as in film, I love Nancy Meyers, which I know is completely different from Embedded because Embedded is a drama and Nancy Meyers does more romantic comedies, but I still love watching her films and the music that she chooses to put in. That's what I love. It's my favorite part about directing is picking the music with the composer, creating these pieces. Other than just getting the nerves to actually go up and start it and do it, everything went wrong that could go wrong. The first day of filming, this was my directorial debut too. So the first day of filming, we got 5/8 of a page shot. That's horrible in 12 hours, by the way. So from there, we had a cast member that had a prior commitment or something on the day that we needed them for shooting, so we had to recast last minute, like literally day of shooting their scene. It was just not enough hours in a location, but we pulled through. Everybody stuck together, and they were like, "We're in it for the long haul. We don't care if it takes us 14 hours. We're gonna do this," and that's great. But it was a great learning experience and lots of good memories. We can laugh about it now, but the days were brutal. My goal for this and for every single film that I work on is to make sure that every person in the audience, every member of the audience, their souls are touched. Like their heartstrings are strummed throughout the piece. And what I love about Embedded is that it is a military film dealing with PTSD and dealing with alcoholism, but even if you're not affiliated with the military, it still will make your heart melt because all three of the characters are relatable to every single person. We've all been in that position where we've had an inner struggle and we don't know how to deal with it. We don't know what to do and we don't see how it's affecting the people around us. We've all been someone who knows somebody who's going through something and all we want to do is help them, but we really just don't know how. And we've all been the little kid, that walks in and has seen our parents argue or just seen something that our parents are trying so hard to protect us from. So it's really relatable. And that's what I love about this piece. And that's what I think people are going to feel something. People don't feel anything these days, with our phones and stuff like that. Like technology is great. It has improved film so much, but people, I feel like we've lost contact with being vulnerable. And I feel like Embedded brings you down to a vulnerable state. And it's a great feeling. Oh gosh, there's so many fun facts about me. I can tell you, I have a book called The Book of Useless Information, and I'm full of it. I love trivia. I guess um, one of the best jobs that I ever had in my life, because I've had so many jobs. I've literally been working like 3 jobs at a time, yada yada. Anything you can imagine, things I'm not even really qualified for, but it's connections, right? And I learned fast. But my favorite job was back in Cedarburg, Wisconsin. I was a car hop waitress on rollerblades in the skirt, and we would like spin around and do little tricks for the kids. And I only spilled a milkshake once in a guy's car because you hook it on the best job ever. People should come see Embedded at the GI Film Festival because it is a really great piece. It's a really solid piece. A lot of people put their heart and soul into this, and it's relatable to everyone. It's one of those topics that we try to avoid by filling our time with other things in life. But it's what's happening to these characters are happening in real life. It's a very humanistic piece. And I always said if it could help just one person, the viewer that watches it, or the message that it sends that allows them to go out into the world and share it with somebody else. That's the point of this piece. That's the point of Embedded. And that's why we made it. It's a great piece. It's done really well. The actors have their hearts into it. I don't know. I love it. I still watch it to this day, and I'm very proud of it. And I want to share it with the world. And I hope everybody gets a feeling that they've never felt before. If you see our piece, if you see Embedded, and you don't walk out of that theater feeling something, then I didn't do my job.